Georgia makes the trip to the Plains, and we are underway here as Jordan Johnson controls the opening tip for the Wildcats. Jacoby Hetty with it at the top, gives it over to Johnson once again. Defended there by Kevin Overton into the post. There's Quentin Hetty. First touch for Daniel Ruzon, and Ruzon gets it to go.
Anytime you permit the offensive player to have 2 feet in the paint, they're either going to score or draw a foul. Hetty does a great job of taking it down, and Ruzon inside knocks it down.
First offensive possession of the season for the Auburn Tigers. It's Pettiford, Kevin Overton, Elijah Freeman, Philip Jovic, and Keyshawn Hall, the starting 5 for Stephen Pearl's squad.
Auburn has to pull it back out. They have a zone defense going against them. They sort of looked at it, wasn't patient enough, and they called for a walk.
First turnover of the night, of the season for this Auburn team. And Tahad Pettiford tested the NBA draft process once last season came to a close, ultimately decided to return to Auburn for his sophomore season. The Hetty brothers start for this Bethune-Cookman team, along with Seneca Willoughby, Jordan Johnson, and Daniel Ruzon, who scored the game's first bucket. There's a foul on a drive, as Quentin Hetty was tripped up. Transfer from Central Michigan, the Chicago, Illinois product.
The one concern about Bethune-Cookman offensively, that first step is a quick, explosive step. Auburn has to be in a defensive position where they can contain the dribble on that first step.
Freeman D'ing up Ruzon, and Ruzon back-to-back buckets to open up the scoring for Bethune-Cookman. Another look at your starting 5 here for the Tigers, with Pettiford and Overton in the backcourt. Elijah Freeman, Keyshawn Hall in their first games for Auburn, as we see Hall getting the bucket to go.
Teammates making opportunities for teammates. Overton gets a great rebound, finds King inside, and knocks it down. Hall on the inside.
Keyshawn Hall gets the bucket to go. The Central Florida transfer. Second team all Big 12 at UCF a season ago. Johnson's got it, now he gives to Quentin Hetty. Jacoby Hetty with it left wing. Ruzon already has 4 points tonight for the Wildcats. He'll start to drive on Jovic. Wow, what a start for for Daniel Ruzon.
Daniel Ruzon having his way on the inside off the dribble.
Pettiford can shoot it from the outside. His first 3-pointer of the season will fall.
Coach Reggie Theus was concerned about the ability of Bethune-Cookman to handle the first 4 minutes with this crowd in here and the excitement with the jungle.
Here we see Quentin Hetty exit. Coach, he got knocked in the face just a moment ago, and they'll have to
earlier on
clean
the
him
play.
up.
Little physicality, incidental contact.
So Tyler Andrews will check in for Quentin Hetty, as he's tended to over there on the Wildcats bench. 6-5, the Bethune-Cookman lead.
Bethune-Cookman trying to play with space and pace right now. 5 players out, trying to get Auburn to jump off the ball and then create for themselves.
Ruzon misses his first shot of the night. That was his first attempt from 3-point range. And here comes Tahad Pettiford. Misfires. Keyshawn Murphy, number 3 in white, the first sub off the bench for Auburn.
Tahad's the type of player now, as we talked with Coach Pearl. He's the distributor of the ball first this year, so if he starts taking quick shots, that may unnerve his teammates. He's got to slow down and give touches to his teammates before they can attack the rim.
Ruzon lost it on the swim. Knocked out of play last touch there, and it'll be Auburn basketball.
Obviously, the game plan for Bethune-Cookman is to go to Ruzon as much as they can on the inside and create opportunities for him.
Keyshawn Hall's already got a bucket to his name tonight. He'll take Andrews one-on-one in the post. There's Kevin Overton, the Texas Tech transfer. And Here comes Overton on the drive, all the way to the cup, and he'll lay it in.
Just explosive move by Kevin. There was a hand on his hip the whole time. I didn't know why there wasn't a whistle on that call. A great take to the rim.
Seneca Willoughby will set it up offensively. One of just 3 returning players this season for the Wildcats. As Johnson misfires on this 3-point attempt, and Jacoby Hetty is going to be whistled for the foul.
Murphy in the game for the first time for Auburn. Just gives them size at 6'10", gives them that ability in there to be a little bit more tougher on the inside defensively.
That's right, Coach. Number 3 in whites, Mississippi State transfer, a Birmingham native. The toss into the post to Hall, back out to Pettiford. That 3-pointer won't go. Hall grabbed the rebound. This ball's going to be out of play. Last touched by Bethune Cookman. And Auburn will have it when we come back. Stephen Pearl starting off as the Auburn time.
And that's what this team will do.
What this team will also do is play above the rim, Coach. How about the freshman, Sebastian Williams-Adams, with the dunk on the interior?
Do you mean Sway? He flushed it down. Auburn has to take advantage of their size and their strength on the inside and spacing. Bethune Cookman will space Auburn out now and try to negate Auburn's size by making them play in space.
Here's Jacoby Hetty with it on the right wing. He'll get the screen from Ruzon and start to drive. Willoughby will put up a 3-point shot. He gets it to go as he beats the shot clock.
Willoughby is a perimeter player that understands the game, will take his shots when it's the opportunity, but more importantly, great team ball player to handle and deal.
And just like that, look how quickly Auburn gets back down the floor. Murphy gets it to go.
Well, that's one thing to see from this Auburn team, their ability to play with pace. And that's one concern of Reggie Theus, was how fast Auburn can play.
Really enjoyed our visit with Wildcats head coach Reggie Theus. Said shoot around this morning, and that was the one thing he kept coming back to, how quickly this Auburn team wants to run.
But what a class act Coach Theus is. You can tell how he loves the game. He loves his players, and just a great teacher of the game.
Pettiford with it at the top. He'll kick into the corner for Kevin Overton, who pump fakes on the 3. Starts to drive. Out to Sebastian Williams-Adams, and he's denied. Tyler Andrews comes up with a big block as, again, we'll look on that sideline. There's Reggie Theus, the head man for Bethune-Cookman. 68 years young and still doing it. He had a lot of energy at shoot-around this morning.
He certainly do, and you talk about accountability, identity. He makes these players accountable because he still can play the game, and he shows them how to play, but more importantly, they respect the type of player he was, the type of person he is, and the leader of this Bethune-Cookman team.
You can see there they had 13 wins in the SWAC last season. This year, Bethune-Cookman picked to win the league. High expectations for them there in Daytona Beach.
Well, they've earned that opportunity. 2 17-win back-to-back seasons now. He's brought in players that are winners, have experience, athleticism, and they're ready to make their run and get to their first NCAA tournament.
Hetty all the way to the cup, lays it in, and we're tied at 11 here in the first half. Pettiford to Keyshawn Murphy. Thought about the 3 for a moment. He'll give it back to Pettiford. Abdul Bashir had it blocked on the way by Willoughby. Nice defensive play. And here the Wildcats will go out and run as Quentin Hetty gets it to go.
Got to be able to, off that rebound, have to find the ball and build a wall coming down the floor to slow the ball down.
Good to see Quentin Hetty back in action here. You see there he's got a bandage over the eyebrow. Keyshawn Murphy gets it to go. Hoop plus the bucket. We're tied again.
What all started with that great pass from Pettiford inside. A catchable pass, a pass that you can see and feel. Just watch, he looks away. Now, Murphy catches it inside, but watch the footwork in the inside, the fake, the power move, and an and-one opportunity. But it all started with Tahad, and that's what Auburn needs. That's what Coach Pearl wants to see, his ability to distribute the ball, make his teammates a little bit better.
Murphy up to 4 points, a rebound in early action. Again, the Mississippi State transfer. Got banged up in the first exhibition match of the season for Auburn, and good to see him back out on the floor playing. Auburn's going to try to work him back into playing condition.
Auburn coming out now with their 1-1-3 matchup. Let's see who has the patience. JJ, the one thing about a zone defense in a matchup, most offenses, they don't move people enough and they don't screen it enough. So from that standpoint, you got to find patience. You got to be able to screen it and move. Too many people stand around in that situation.
Right there, you see Hetty trying to take it himself. Free ball here for the Tigers as they'll give to Tahad Pettiford. He'll go straight down the lane, and he's going to be denied by Daniel Ruzon. What a block there for the Wildcats.
Outstanding. At first, I thought it was goaltending, but watch this move coming in. Good crossover dribble and lace it up, but no, it was below the rim. Great instinctive move by Ruzon.
Ruzon had some words to say for Pettiford after that denial.
Well, if you could do that, you would say something too.
No doubt. Let the world know. Here's Elijah Freeman off a screen. Pettiford lost the handle, now inside to Jovic. Philip Jovic misfires. Jovic in his first season here on the Plains for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
One thing that Philip will have to learn is the physicality of the game. You have to jump into the defender's chest before you have an opportunity to elevate and shoot the ball.
Sebastian Williams-Adams fighting for a rebound here. It's going to be last touched by Quentin a season ago. Played in all 33 games on the year for the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And number 23 in black, that's going to be someone we'll be watching the rest of tonight's game.
A solid performer. When you average 14 points and 6 rebounds in league play, you're a player. Yeah, and you understand the game. And with his size, you know, at 6'8", Bethune-Cookman lacks size, so he's one of the key components for them to be successful.
That's right, 6'8", the tallest on Bethune-Cookman's roster. Here at the top is freshman Caden Magwood, his first action in an Auburn uniform. Overton can't quite get this one to go. Jovic pulled it down, but it was taken away nicely that time. Arteria Morris. Here's a 3-ball for Quentin Hetty.
You know, with every shot and every pass, you see this Bethune-Cookman team, they have their hand up. They're contesting the shot and the pass to this Auburn team. Auburn has to try it right now to get some more movement and screening action with this zone.
Approaching 3 minutes since Auburn last scored. Magwood, a deep 3. That's off the back of the rim. Here's another 3-ball coming for the Wildcats as Kevin Overton pulls it down. Into the corner, Elijah Freeman starts to drive, and he'll be fouled. As Freeman will head to the free throw line. A moment ago, though, it was Bethune-Cookman's Quentin Hetty lining it up from the outside.
Just a fluid shot, great mechanics on his shot, and Hetty understands the game. At 6'6", you know, he's a transfer after a single season at Central Michigan. So he's played in systems that demand, you know, just effort and energy. And right now, Hetty and Ruzon are creating opportunities for this Bethune-Cookman team.
Elijah Freeman, a sophomore from Lincoln Memorial University, transfers in. He's a Palm Beach, Florida native.
You like his size, you like his instincts. It's just the way he drew that foul. He knew he was in the crowd, but he made a shot fake to get his ball up. Here comes Morris down for the Wildcats now, trying to set him up. (16-14) the Bethune-Cookman lead here in the first half.
opening day of the college basketball season. Elijah Freeman's got a runway, and he'll be stripped on the way up. Coach, let's give credit to number 11 in black, Jordan Johnson, for getting back on the play to make it difficult there on Freeman.
The hustle play, great deflection by Freeman. He picks it up, he understands where he's going with that ball. 3 Wildcats back to defend.
Ricky Mitchell Jr., one of those to get back as well. Here's next Tuesday's SEC Network men's basketball doubleheader. Third-ranked Florida hosts rival Florida State at 7 Eastern at the O'Connell Center. Then it's Ole Miss hosting Penny Hardaway in Memphis at the Pavilion in Oxford. Both games are also available on the all-new ESPN app. Should be a great night for hoops coming your way next Tuesday.
Watching Elijah Freeman at 6'8", you see his fluidity. He's an athlete with creative, instinctive moves. He's got the ability to set up a defender off a screen and coming off, and his mechanics are outstanding from long range and from taking the ball to the rim.
We've got a scoring issue here for Bethune Cookman as the officials are trying to figure out Ricky Mitchell Jr., who's wearing number 2.
But he's listed as number, remember we talked about that
at shoot around.
They had number 10.
Yeah, he was listed at number 10, but he's got jersey number 2. So Doug Schals is going to issue a technical foul here to Bethune Cookman. You can see here the Bethune Cookman coaching staff's trying to figure out their roster sheets.
Well, no one wants to take the blame for this, so.
Keyshawn Hall gets the first one to go.
You notice when Coach Thieves turned around, every assistant coach put their head down. Yeah. There was no eye contact.
We had an illegal number in the scorebook, therefore it's a technical foul against Bethune Cookman.
Illegal number in the scorebook. Coach, are we back? I think we might be back. College basketball is here. Elijah Freeman gets this one to go, and Auburn's back in front. A 17-16 lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fans in Neville Arena are back. This is a great compliment to Coach Stephen Pearl to have this many people. Obviously, they continue to sell this place out, no matter what Pearl's in.
That's right.
At the head.
Ontario Morris defended tightly here by Kevin Overton. Here's a pass inside, and how about the play above the rim? Ariel Bland gets the dunk.
Graduate student from UC Santa Barbara showed his ability to elevate on a great cut to the basket.
Bland 6 points, 5 rebounds at Santa Barbara a season ago. Hall quickly tries to find Jovic on the interior, and he lost it. Lost the handle.
Quick hands by the Wildcats, give them credit.
Bland can't get this one to go underneath, and here comes Elijah Freeman in Auburn. Overton's got a three-pointer on the wing. It's off the mark. And it's Morris who cleans up the miss here for the Wildcats. Overton plays the passing lanes. He's got the steal. He'll be denied. Magwood can't get it to go. Couple of easy chances around the rim. Not falling here for Auburn. This has turned into a track meet. Kevin Overton with the bucket and the foul. Auburn up by 1 on the and 1 as we get a look at Artero Morris setting his teammates up here. Bland above the rim.
Certainly, like we said, great cut by Bland, but then
Overton.
Hall to Overton. They're certainly not protecting the shooters because at both ends of the floor, the shooter was just being aggressively defended. And when they left the floor, the defense definitely had the advantage.
Overton, the Texas Tech transfer, hits the free throw to go. He's up to 5 points here in his Auburn debut.
The one thing I'm seeing about this Wildcat team right now is the fact that they're turning the ball over on the perimeter, just unforced turnovers. They've got to value that ball. They're giving Auburn too many quick looks.
Mid-range jumper here for Ruzon won't fall. Freeman on the drive. He'll get this one to go. Elijah Freeman all the way to the cup. And Reggie Theus calls timeout. With Jerry Tarkanian, the legendary coach for the Runnin' Rebs. It turned into a 13-year NBA career for Reggie Theus.
Reggie Theus is that type of ball player that played with all heart and determination. And when he was with the Runnin' Rebels, they were truly the Runnin' Rebels without the three-point arc. And they were averaging big-time points, but impressive player in college. And I think they only lost 12 games when he was in college.
Unbelievable. 5 different teams across a 13-year NBA career. And visiting with him a little bit earlier this morning, Coach, he was telling us, my guys got to respect the fact I've been there.
Yeah.
I played at the league. And this players certainly buy into the message he wants to preach when they know that their coach has been to the level they want to get to.
And I really think when you look at that and you understand a coach on the floor in practice, when he's been through it, he can make players accountable. You know, and he's developing identity with this team, and I like the way he's going offensively. They want to share the ball. They want to be good teammates in creating shots for their teammates. And then at the defensive end, they've got to play as a team. You can't play individual defense. You'll find out, JJ, the most selfless play is at the defensive end. When I'm not guarding the ball, when the player's not guarding the ball, he doesn't understand how important he has to be in a help position. And that's one thing championship teams do.
Worth noting for our viewers, Reggie Theus is also the school's athletic director. He's balancing all these things as the basketball coach and then also the AD in charge there of the Wildcats in Daytona Beach.
Well, I wonder what kind of talks he has with the basketball coach when the AD's upset with, with what they're doing.
A little self-reflection and review for him. 5-point advantage here for Auburn as Keyshawn Hall just split a pair of free throws. Abdul Bashir whistled for the most recent foul. Seneca Willoughby's got it left wing. He'll give to Quentin Hetty. Hetty's layup won't go, and we see Keyshawn Murphy pull down the rebound.
Well, great help defense by Keyshawn to be right there to take care of the ball, deflect the ball, and rebound the ball.
Good cross-court pass that time from Tahad Pettiford, but Bashir's three-point shot won't fall. Morris on the drive. He gets it to go.
Great first step by Morris to attack the rim under control and dropping it. 6'4" point guard. That's some nice size that you can take advantage of your defender.
Here's Hall on the drive. Murphy grabs the rebound. Keyshawn Murphy gets it to go. Murphy's up to 6.
He showed a lot of patience, securing the ball, getting his balance, and then a soft jump hook for 2. Auburn defending in space. When you defend in space, you have to play that power hand, get on their favorite side, and make him go weak.
Hetty pump fakes on the 3. Now he'll kick to Willoughby. That three-point shot is good. Bethune Cookman not going anywhere. It's their 3rd three-point make of the game.
And you talk about Willoughby, he's not a scorer for this team, but when he has to, you know, he helps them win through just instinctive moves, screening and getting the ball to the right people, distributor. But you saw there, that was a real fundamental fluid motion shot for him.
Sebastian Williams-Adams gets the three-point shot to go. We've seen a play above the rim from him. We've also seen now the three-point shot from the outside. The freshman, Sebastian Williams-Adams.
And really his first game, his first collegiate game.
His initials SWA, and his teammates call him Sway.
And Sway comes from Houston, Texas.
Decorated high school playing career, top 50 recruit in the country. He's going to be a big piece of this Auburn basketball team. There's the 4th three-point make of the game for the Wildcats as Willoughby gets his 2nd three-pointer to go. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. It's turned into a three-point party here as we see Seneca Willoughby from the top of the key.
Undecisive how you pick up the ball. That's the most important part of the game, is to find the ball and defend the ball. But there's Sway coming up off a screen, finding space. But once again, the Wildcats knocking down another three.
Willoughby again with the three-point shot from the outside. Auburn 2 for 9 from three-point range. The Wildcats 4 for 9 from the outside. Pettiford set to run some offense here for Auburn. Williams-Adams has it in the corner again, and he's going to be fouled on the three-point attempt. So Sway will head to the free throw line. Sebastian Williams-Adams.
You just wonder why someone would foul the three-point shooter in terms of it and give them an opportunity to go to the free throw line. It's just, you've got to play the game with a better IQ than permitting someone to go to the free throw line.
Here's our Week 11 SEC Network Saturday football lineup. Begin the day with a view of Georgia, Mississippi State right above the field with our Skycast starting at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. SEC Network Plus has number 7 Ole Miss and the Citadel at 1 Eastern. Diego Pavia at number 15 at Vandy host Auburn at 4, and then finally it's Florida and Kentucky capping the night for you at 7:30 Eastern. Each game also available on the all-new ESPN app.
You know, JJ, we've talked to both coaches about the identity of their team, and when you talk about identity, right there,
Morris with the dunk.
Yeah. When you talk about an identity at the defensive end, it's a team of multiple effort. Now, both teams right now are giving multiple effort, but they have to be a little bit smarter in how they contain the ball.
Pettiford's got it. He'll pull up for 3. That'll go. Tahad Pettiford, just his 2nd field goal of the game. Both have been three-point makes.
But there you saw Jovic coming out and setting a screen on the perimeter to open it up for Pettiford. Both teams are understanding that they have to screen the zone defense.
Jacoby Hetty hits the deck, and he'll call timeout. Auburn with the 4-point lead here as we get late in the first half, Gio. So he takes care of the basketball, and he's able to knock it down from the outside with that three-point shot. A big reason why the Wildcats are still in it.
Well, certainly, you know, the pace of the game right now in terms of making shots, you know, they're shooting 50% right now for the game. Auburn is shooting 45%, but the key is your rebounding, and they're hanging right in there. Auburn has 7 more rebounds, but the key is the Wildcats are knocking down shots.
It's a foul called against Philip Jovic, his first personal. Jovic was one of the last additions to the roster this offseason for Auburn. A European product. Auburn's really excited about having him on campus.
They certainly are. He's just got all the ability. It's just the learning process. And where's his learning curve? He's such a coachable player.
6'8", played for the U17 Serbia national team. Jovic, number 38 for Auburn. Keyshawn Hall. He'll want that shot back, Coach.
He certainly will. You know, Keyshawn is an outstanding player. Led the Big 12 in scoring. He understands the game. He can shoot at 3 levels. It's just right now, this Wildcat team is packing everything in, and Auburn is being impatient with ball movement and just attacking the paint.
Nearly 19 points a game for the Knights of UCF last season for Keyshawn Hall, number 7 for Auburn. As Overton grabs the rebound. He'll outlet here to Tahad Pettiford. Pettiford was fouled on the way up by Willoughby, so Pettiford will go to the line to shoot a pair.
You're certainly seeing that there's no easy shots for either team. Pettiford takes the ball hard to the basket, and Willoughby just attacks it with an aggressive block, and Pettiford has to earn these 2 points.
Now, Tahad Pettiford is listed 6'1", 175 in your scorecard, Coach. But as we saw last season as a freshman, he's not afraid to play above the rim.
No,
he's got some bounce to his game.
He does. And explosive stops and starts, but his motion of his body control is the key to Tahad's game, and he understands that he can get his shots off. He's got that quick step, but his ability to use his screen and everything else is superb.
Here's Sebastian Williams-Adams cleaning up the mess.
One thing we have to understand about Tahad, the fact that he's playing a lot more minutes this year.
Yep.
Last year, he came off the bench as that sixth man with the instincts to create offense.
Quentin Hetty with the turnaround. It won't go. Keyshawn Hall grabs the board. Here's Auburn looking to run again. Crossover here from Hall. And here's going to be a steal for Morris. Wildcats out and running, and Arterio Morris gets this one to go. He sought contact and was able to finish. First game of the season, college basketball opening day, and a step back here from Tahad Pettiford won't go. Bethune Cookman's got the lead again. Three-point shot here. Corner pocket, Jordan Johnson gets it to go. The Southern transfer. Just like that, the Tigers want to call timeout. What a run here from Bethune Cookman as Jordan Johnson got his feet organized behind the line. One dribble and this one's money.
It certainly is, the ability just to square up, feet to the basket, shoulders to the basket, and the Wildcats are showing us that they've got some great outside shooters.
Bethune Cookman, like we said, picked to win the SWAC ahead of Southern, Jackson State, Alabama State, and Texas Southern to round out the top 5 there in the conference. And head coach Reggie Theus is excited about this non-conference schedule that he's put in place. Bethune Cookman's going to play the Miami Hurricanes a little bit later this week. They're really going to test themselves before they get into conference competition.
Well, they certainly are, and it's just preparing them for the competition, because this team has aspirations of going to the NCAA for the first time ever. So give Reggie credit in terms of challenging his players, and being successful will help them preparing and help the coaching and just manage the game a little bit better for them to improve.
Murphy's runner goes. Auburn back in front.
Great timeout and understanding that there was a 4-pass offense, and Auburn found the gaps and knocks down the shot.
Pettiford nearly came up with the steal.
But here's the team in the Wildcats slowing it down, being under control, trying to screen the zone up on top, break it down, and find gaps down below.
3 on the shot clock. Hetty's got to put it up. Bland grabs the board. And here's going to be a turnover charged against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. It's their 4th turnover of the first half.
Just an unforced turnover by the Wildcats. Bland just throws it at the knees of his teammates and goes out of bounds.
These teams have combined for 10 turnovers. And Coach, you look at Auburn, 7 of 14 from the free throw line. That's something that they'll need to clean up. 50% so far. Bethune-Cookman has yet to attempt a free throw today. Here's a foul, and it'll send the Wildcats to the free throw line. We queued them up.
Yes, you certainly did. Opportunity now for Bethune-Cookman to go to the line.
Here's Quentin Hetty on the drive. Keyshawn Murphy It's like he got a lot of ball there. That's what Stephen Pearl wants to argue.
It was a 50-50 call, but offensively.
First free throw attempt of the night will fall for Bethune-Cookman. That is a Pearl over there on the sidelines. They're no stranger to those officials.
They like to have a conversation, and that's important as a
like
coach.
Like father, like son.
Well, it's important for every coach to have a conversation and just get the feel of the game from them. And so you can just push some buttons and be able to, you don't want to show your team emotionally that you're out of it.
Incredible move from Tahad Pettiford. Auburn back in front by 1.
Great crossover step by Tahad to uplift his teammates.
20 seconds left to play in the first half. About a 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Morris at the top of the key. Defended by Overton. He'll start to drive, the give down low to Bland, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. The Wildcats didn't get it off in time.
Great defense by the Auburn Tigers in terms of just overplaying the ball and just not permitting the ball to get an easy shot, an easy look.
Sebastian Williams-Adams is fouled. Pettiford pushing tempo up ahead to Sebastian Williams-Adams, and he was fouled. And he'll shoot free throws before we get to half.
Give Sway credit that he ran with Pettiford. You see the movement. Sway made that great cut to the basket to get the opportunity to go to the free throw line.
So they'll put 0.4 seconds on the clock, and it's going to be 2 free throws here for Sebastian Williams-Adams. Sebastian Williams-Adams already up to 8 points in his college basketball debut. Now he's just 1 for 4 on the night from the free throw line. Second free throw here for Sway. No good. And that's how the first half will come to a close. A 1-point advantage for Auburn over Bethune-Cookman in Stephen Pearl's debut. Year 1 of the Stephen Pearl era here on the Plains. Coming up at halftime, Coach Pearl mic'd up some SEC off-season storylines and your first half highlights. 38-37. The Auburn Tigers lead at the break over the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats.
Made the adjustments, and what team players believed in those adjustments.
Murphy will start the second half here for Auburn. Jovic was the starter in the first half as Murphy gets this one to go.
Well, that's the game for Auburn now. At 6'10", he's got to challenge Ruzan down inside and make him play defense. Now let's see what the Wildcats can do with their perimeter game.
Keyshawn Murphy 5 for 5 from the floor for 10 points for Auburn. And Murphy comes up with the steal here. Up ahead, he's got Kevin Overton, and Overton able to lay it up and in.
Showed great strength, great ability to control his body going to the rim.
Five-point advantage here for Auburn. Quentin Hetty's got it in the post, out to Seneca Willoughby, who knocked down 3 three-point shots in the first half. Ruzan in the post. And he finds Hetty underneath. What a pass there from Daniel Ruzan.
A Hetty pass by Daniel Ruzan to find Hetty underneath. Great look, looked away.
You know, Ruzan started out hot, Coach. 6 points really early and then settled a little bit. Other guys started to pick up the pace. It was a balanced scoring output in the first half for the Wildcats.
It was, and they're controlling the pace of the game by their offensive patience.
Willoughby underneath, able to lay it in. There's Morris, and just like that, Bethune-Cookman back within one.
Well, Willoughby does a great job of drawing the defense, two defenders to him, and his teammate slides the baseline for that easy basket. But a great pass to make an easy basket.
Keyshawn Hall's got it in the post. Through contact, and Hall was fouled. Keyshawn Hall will head to the free throw line as we get a look at Kevin Overton going coast to coast, laying it in. And then on the other end, Daniel Rozon, the heady pass to Quentin Heady. I like that.
It certainly was. See, any time with this matchup defense now, when you can draw two defenders, you're going to have an open offensive player. If that player moves and cuts, big advantage to you. If they stand still, big advantage to the defense.
Keyshawn Hall misfires on that free throw. Boy, look at these numbers. Auburn from the free throw line, 8 of 18. Something they'll want to clean up as this game keeps going. Deep three-pointer, Morris will go. Bethune-Cookman grabs the lead.
Auburn right now has to identify with the shooters.
Elijah Freeman's got an open three-point shot that's rebounded by Keyshawn Murphy. Here's Tahad Pettiford, step back three. No, Murphy gets it to go on the putback.
That's those blue-collar hustle plays. Keyshawn Murphy goes up and knocks it down.
And it's real nice to have 6'10" underneath to clean those up.
It certainly is.
Morris pump faked on a three. This is a long two. It won't go. Rozon spins, left it short. This follow won't go. Rozon again cleans it up. Daniel Rozon fighting for the extra possession.
Well, it's all about the wants, and you saw the Wildcats wanted that more than Auburn in terms of Keyshawn Murphy. He's in a position where his conditioning is starting to take place now. He can go hard, but with that injury he's had, he hasn't had time to condition. So you could see him laboring now at the defensive end.
And that was the other Keyshawn Hall, that got it to go for Auburn to put the Tigers back in front by one. Heady gets this one to go. Quentin Heady, he's up to 13 points in the game.
Well, what the Wildcats have found on the baseline as Auburn extends their defense, they're finding a gap on the baseline. No one's taking the cutter going from weak side to ball side, and they're finding that offensive player.
A successful three-point shot here for Keyshawn Hall. Auburn halfway to the century mark, and they've got a 2-point lead. Quentin Heady on the drive, won't go. Rozon battling for the rebound, controlled by Freeman. Inside, looking for Keyshawn Hall, and it's a foul. 6 points here early in the second half.
Well, obviously a message was sent at halftime. You didn't say, hey, big fella, you're leading scorer in the Big 12. Let's bring it. You were our leading scorer in the last 2 ball games. We need your constant effort at both ends of the floor, and he has to bring it. What you're looking at now, both teams are shooting over 50%. It's getting into a shooting contest because they're both playing a passive defense and forcing you to take outside shots. Now, who's going to be the smarter team on defense and let poor shooters take outside shots?
Keyshawn Hall's got it in the post here with the left hand. He's going to be denied by Bland. Boy, this Wildcats defense playing tough, making Auburn work on every single possession. Some first game struggles offensively here for Auburn. The defensive end, though, they're creating extra possessions as Overton comes up with the steal. Jovic wasn't ready for the pass here from Pettiford. And another look at the block we just saw from Ariel Bland.
Well, that is his explosive move. Bland goes up as quick. You look at Hall, the size and everything, he has the advantage, but he did a 1, 2, 3 step, easy to time. You have to be in there where you go 1, 2, and then explode up. That's easy for me to say, but it's difficult to do. But Keyshawn Hall has that ability.
4 blocks for Bethune Cookman, just 1 here for Auburn. As Doug Schals has taken a moment. Chat with the scores table opposite us. Doug Schals, Anthony Jordan, Shane Land are referees for tonight's game.
Here goes Auburn in that 1-4 flat baseline offense that has been effective for years. The Wildcats cover it, though, on the screen on the inside.
Kevin Overton's three-point shot might have gone, but Philip Jovic made contact with the basketball. That's basket interference called against Auburn. That won't go. Good work by our crew running that one back as you see Jovic making contact above the rim. Hetty on the drive, gets it to go. Help defense wasn't there for Auburn, and we're tied at 50.
Auburn tried to extend and defend the ball out wide. The Wildcats extended their ability to straight line drives to the rim.
Jovic strong on that three-point shot. A near turnover here for the Wildcats.
Auburn trying to turn it up, getting back into an aggressive man-for-man defense.
Yeah, we'll see Jordan Johnson starting to set it up, and now he gives way to Seneca Willoughby. Here's Hetty again. He'll give to Ariel Bland, and he's able to lay it up and in. Just the second bucket of the game for Ariel Bland.
Good sharing of the ball by Bethune-Cookman on that offensive set.
Keyshawn Hall going all the way in. This is going to be a block. So he'll shoot a pair. Just one more time. Here's Quentin Hetty. Able to lay it up and in.
Just an easy step through, and then Bland once again. Hetty puts it on the floor, but great shuffle pass. And Bland knocks it down. Great at sharing the ball at the offensive end for the Wildcats.
See there, 15 points, 3 assists. Quentin Hetty, the Central Michigan transfer. Brother Jacoby on the team as well.
That's what I said coming out at halftime. Teammates are going to have to make plays for their teammates with this type of defense and a low scoring in the first half.
Ball gets both free throws to go, and we're tied once again. And talking about teammates setting each other up. I mean, when you're brothers, when you share the DNA, coach, it makes it a little bit easier. Number 0 and 5 for Bethune-Cookman. The Hetty brothers leading the charge.
It certainly does. Instinctively, they know what their brother's going to do, their movement, their cuts.
Here's a reverse that won't go, and we see Jovic grab the rebound. Nearly tossed it in. Inside, Jovic gets it to go. First field goal of Philip Jovic's college career puts Auburn back in front.
Well, he was physical on that play, got his body up against the defender and had the range to knock down the shot.
Pettiford's going to be called for the foul on the rebounding action.
That was an easy call. Easy call because he extended the hands and pushed him out of bounds.
First foul going to be charged against Tahad Pettiford tonight.
Both teams at shoot-around worked hard on their baseline out-of-bounds plays, both offensively and defensively. Let's see what the Wildcats want to run here as they extend it out, and we'll run crossover dives to the basket.
Sebastian Williams-Adams. Great defensive play there in the corner.
And they did play scouting report defense on that. Sway took the cutter coming in, defends it off his leg, and it's Auburn ball.
He found the knee there of Quentin Hetty. First steal for Sebastian Williams-Adams. There's Murphy at the top of the key. Gives to SWA. Williams-Adams is blocked by Bland.
Great help defense by Bland. As soon as Sway turned his back, he came over and affected the shot.
Second block for Ariel Bland. Fifth block of the game for the Wildcats. Inbounded to Elijah Freeman. He'll give to Tahad Pettiford. Underneath, Keyshawn Murphy lays it in. And Tahad Pettiford says, look at my vision.
That was one of the plays they ran at shoot-around, just to set up a good screen and roll by Murphy to the basket.
4 assists now for Pettiford. Auburn's lead guard trying to start a run. Murphy gets it, Auburn can run. Up ahead, here's Elijah Freeman. Euro step and jam! Elijah Freeman with life above the rim.
He has that ability, he has the instincts, and a quick step and an explosive step to the rim. And he ignites the crowd.
It's an 8-0 scoring run, and the crowd is in it. Morris lost the handle. He'll give to Hetty. He's on the drive, and he gets it to go. That'll silence the crowd for a moment. Pettiford on the way back down, and he's going to be fouled. How about the energy in this place?
Sure. And because of his unique combination of speed and explosiveness. And you don't see, hard to see that on many players.
This pass goes off the backboard from Tahad Pettiford.
It was deflected.
This one's swiped away, and it's going to be a foul called against Auburn. Yeah, Pettiford immediately pointing to the deflection on the pass. Point aside, Bethune Cookman took advantage of it.
They certainly did. Certainly did. But that's active hands, deflecting passes, protecting the rim. You have to be a 3-level defender at the highest level that these teams are playing at, and at the championship level. You got to guard the rim, you got to guard the three-point shot, and deflect everything to the inside.
Bland underneath, looking for Jacoby Hetty. How about this one? It'll fall. Jacoby Hetty gets the three-point shot. Wildcats within 1 again. Elijah Freeman on the drive, and it's taken away.
There's where you have to show strength and toughness taking that ball to the basket.
Jacoby Hetty misfires here, up ahead to Tahad Pettiford. He'll be blocked by Quentin Hetty. And Hetty's got some words to say. How about the Hetty brothers? Heads up plays for the Wildcats.
Just in the ability to catch and find the ball and knock down the shot in motion. But how about Hetty coming over? And Tahad Pettiford is a great athlete to extend and block that shot. You're talking about Quentin Hetty. He's a player too.
Yeah, Jacoby with the three-pointer on one end, Quentin with the denial on the other. There's a step back from Tahad. He'll give to Keyshawn Murphy, back to Tahad Pettiford. He's off the mark on that three-point shot. One-point advantage here for Auburn. Again, Bethune Cookman picked in the preseason to win the SWAC. The Wildcats have never made the NCAA tournament before. Could this be the year they do? Pettiford wants to run. He'll give to Overton, and he's going to be blocked by Morris on the way up. What a gain with under 9 minutes to play.
I'm impressed with Bland, his ability to find his teammates with some good bounce passes and good shuffle passes. Total teammate that's helping out their offense.
It was a deep three there from Kevin Overton. Going the other way, Jordan Johnson lost it. Here's a look. Bethune Cookman finds Ruzon underneath.
And that's what I said about Bland, Ariel Bland. You see the pass he throws, it's a bounce pass with the ability to catch and shoot rather than a hard shuffle pass.
Jacoby Hetty's got it, and he'll look to set up some offense here. Ontario Morris with the pump fake. Might have taken some extra steps there. That's what Stephen Pearl's trying to argue.
It sure looked that way.
Overton, he's blocked at the rim. Sebastian Williams-Adams gets this one to go. Bethune-Cookman got back on defense. They got the block shot, but Sway was there to clean it up.
Sway takes it hard, a great screen by Jovic, but then there's Sway, all hustle, and the opportunity to score and draw a foul. But at both ends, what you're seeing is the effort, the toughness, and it's just coming back down now. The want to rebound the ball, get good shots for your teammates, because this isn't just a one-on-one game with the type of defenses both teams are playing.
The freshman Sebastian Williams-Adams in his college debut, SWA, is up to 11 points. 5 rebounds in the action.
And right now the Wildcats showing patience, starting their offense out, trying to maneuver around Auburn's matchup defense.
Here's a three-point shot from Jacoby Hetty. The second half, the Wildcats can't miss. That's their 8th three-pointer.
And they're showing great, great patience and confidence in knocking down the shot.
Caden Magwood had this one taken away on the entry pass. Jacoby Hetty will fight through contact. He's fouled. 8-game home non-conference winning streak. That's at stake right now. And the Wildcats are looking to win their first game versus an SEC opponent ever. There's a lot on the line.
There certainly is. And the one thing that Auburn has to do to stop this offensive run by the Wildcats is defend the three-point shot. Right now, you've got a team where the Wildcats are 3 for 4 from the three-point arc, and overall they're 8 for 15 for the game.
And Coach Reggie Theus was talking with us at shoot-around today about these 4-minute segments. That you know how the basketball game is broken up with the timeouts that come and go. 4-minute segments throughout the course of today's game. Here's a breakdown of how it's gone. 4 wins for Auburn, 3 for Bethune-Cookman, and they've tied in one 4-minute stretch. Bethune-Cookman doing all they can to deliver good punches against this Auburn team.
Well, they certainly can, and now their confidence has built up. They understand the game in terms of how they defend now, and then offensively, how they can score. And offensively, it's a key where Bethune-Cookman shooting 52% from the floor the second half. Auburn is shooting 40%. So what has changed? The ability for Bethune-Cookman to get the ball into the paint and score, and then free it up by knocking down some threes. Auburn now, in terms of in shooting the three, they're 1 for 7 in the second half. So you play the numbers, Auburn's got to find a way to score, taking the ball to the basket.
Tied at 63, just over 7 minutes left to play. Ruzon's got it at the top of the key. He'll give to Mitchell. Back to Ruzon, and he gets the bucket to go through contact over the outstretched arms of Keyshawn Murphy. Ruzon's up to 12.
That was an impressive basket by Ruzon to keep his body control and his strength up there, and his ability to shoot over 6'10", Keyshawn Murphy.
Murphy with it in the post. He'll go on the offensive attack this time against Ruzon. Finds Hall, opposite wing. Keyshawn Hall gets the three-pointer to go. You just talk three-point shots. Auburn's looking for more of those.
Well, they have to, and Keyshawn Hall is a 3-level shooter, but he shot that under control, and that was a part of the offense.
Again, a Final Four team in the Auburn Tigers last year, only returning to Hod Pettiford from that roster. One of the best offenses in America. They've struggled from deep tonight, just 5 of 20. Meanwhile, Bethune-Cookman can't miss from three-point range in the second half. They're 9 of 16 now, Coach.
It's a difficult task right now for Auburn to defend, 30 feet away from the basket with Bethune-Cookman's quickness.
Keyshawn Murphy wants to let one go from the outside. He's got it. Auburn back in front.
As I said before, this is going to turn into a shooting contest. But are you going to get shots for your shooters, or are you going to have poor shooters taking outside shots?
It's the question both of these teams will look to answer. Jordan Johnson starts to drive. Kick out, 3-ball, Morris off the mark. And Abdul Bashir grabs the rebound. Murphy and Hall have made three-pointers the last 2 possessions.
You look at Hall, you think about Hall. He's just that type of player. He's got to be that go-to player for this Auburn team.
Hall connects on the front end of the 1-and-1. As we take a look at the second half numbers from three-point range for both these sides. Much better percentage for Bethune-Cookman. Stephen Pearl watches on.
You look at Hall at 6'7". He has that offensive set to score inside and out just like Murphy. But the thing is, he can guard every position and shoot from every position.
Auburn has a 3-point lead. 5 minutes to play tonight in Neville Arena. Sebastian Williams-Adams tips out the rebound. Elijah Freeman goes to grab it. He's going to be fouled. Loose ball foul charged against Mitchell. And Freeman's going to shoot 1-and-1. Auburn has struggled from the free throw line tonight. They are 15 of 25 at shooting as a team. Elijah Freeman 3 for 4 at the stripe. Auburn will look to improve that mark here down the stretch. Freeman misses the front end of a 1-and-1. And Bethune-Cookman will look to slow it up. Seneca Willoughby, he's made 3 from the outside. Quentin Hetty into the post to Ruzon against Jovic. Jovic fouled him. Philip Jovic called for the foul. It's his second. Coach, they're going to call that foul on the floor. Bethune-Cookman wants to argue he had already gathered it and was on his way up.
You talk about a continuation and everything, and I thought he was on his way up, but Jovic's.
Here's another foul. Consecutive fouls called against Philip Jovic. Just the 5th team foul called against Auburn.
And Doug Shouse is one of the best, so you got to listen. And as a player, you got to say, hey, okay, I understand now. I got to correct myself. You can't put 2 arms. You got to have a forearm on one side. I can defend. I still can defend over here. Goes on right.
Underneath, he finds Quentin Hetty. Great cut that time from Quentin Hetty.
Well, how many times have they been able to find a cutter running the baseline?
It's a career high 19 points tonight for Quentin Hetty. And he hobbles off the floor. No look pass here.
Going off the floor, leading scorer at 17 points. It looks like he's just cramping up.
But started to cramp as soon as he hit the ground. So stretch him out there. 1 point advantage for Auburn. Hall on the drive. Won't go.
I'd rather see that created with a screen coming down in movement. Yes, he can put the ball on the floor, but the reaction to the Wildcats' help defense is taking that shot away from him.
Under 4 to play here in Neville Arena. Ruzan gets the bucket. The Wildcats have the lead.
Ruzan goes to the left hand. Left hand, impressive.
Auburn with possession here. Consecutive home non-conference games. That very much is in danger here tonight, as we see Sebastian Williams-Adams fouled on the way up.
You say that, and that's true, but none of these players here have been a part of that. So it's hard to get them
except
excited.
For number 0 there.
Yeah.
Pettiford's been a part of a few.
But they got to get excited right now in these last 3 minutes about getting defensive stops. You got to take away the Wildcats offense, and you've got to find ways to attack that rim with your scores. Now, who are you going to go to? Right now, you got to play a 2-man game with Hall and Pettiford. They've got to be involved. They got to get the touches to create opportunities.
Sebastian Williams-Adams gets a pair of free throws to go, and Auburn with a 1-point lead. Ruzan in the post against the freshman Williams-Adams. He comes up with the block. Timed it well. The anticipation there was impressive.
Great defensive play by Sway.
Can Auburn get a bucket, find a little bit of separation? Pettiford sees Hall open in the corner. Hall thought about the drive. Now he'll slow it up and try to take Bland to one-on-one, and he lost it. Keyshawn Hall lost it in the post, and Bethune Cookman heads the other way.
You know, for an offensive player to turn their back to the basket, you're asking for defensive help to come and attack, and that's a smart Bethune Cookman defensive effort to deflect that ball away.
Step through here by Morris. It won't go. He's got the rebound here and misses again. Empty look there. And Sebastian Williams-Adams going to be called for a foul here. 6th team foul against Auburn. The Wildcats 1 shy of the bonus.
Well, you're liking Auburn's defensive effort right now. You can see the focus. You can see the overplaying. And then, you know, right now Bethune Cookman has got to find a way to get the ball to their big players.
Just over 2 minutes left in this one. Auburn clinging onto about this big venue here tonight in Neville Arena and how they performed so far.
Well, I tell you what, this team is worth seeing right now. I'd be lining up in that gym.
How about Willoughby? 2-point lead for Bethune Cookman. Seneca Willoughby, his 4th three-pointer. Elijah Freeman's got a big look. He'll start to drive. Blocked on the way up by Bland. Under 2 to play and a 2-point lead for the Wildcats. Ruzan has it in the post. Underneath. Blocked that time by Overton. Auburn trails by 3, 90 seconds to play. To Todd Pettiford, to Williams-Adams, and he lays it in. Tie game.
Great pass by Pettiford. Great shot, hesitation by Sway to draw the defense and tie the score.
Tied at 75, just over a minute to play. 15 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Ruzan on the baseline. He'll start to drive against the freshman. Cross-court pass stolen by Overton. Auburn with the possession. 45 seconds to play. Here comes Pettiford. Kevin Overton thought about shooting it from the outside. He'll start to drive on Willoughby. Turn around, Overton, good. Kevin Overton gives Auburn the lead. Timeout, Bethune-Cookman.
Great call by the Auburn bench to call the stack play and let Overton go one-on-one inside.
It's Willoughby up top. Ruzan's got it, defended by Williams-Adams. His pass is stolen. Auburn comes up with the takeaway. Tahad Pettiford's got it, back to Overton, and the Wildcats have to foul. Auburn needed a stop, and they were able to come up with it. Bethune-Cookman trying to argue that was a kickball. Let's take a look at the steal.
It might have been kicked, but that was incidental. It was on the move after the deflection. So a good no call by the officials.
Off the leg of Sebastian Williams-Adams before Overton was able to pick it up.
Overton 1 for 1 from the free throw line.
And he's shooting a pair here. Kevin Overton at the free throw line. And it goes. Auburn now 18 of 29 from the charity stripe. No timeouts for Bethune-Cookman. Second free throw coming from Overton. 4-point lead. 14 seconds to play. A slow pace here from Morris. They've got to go. He'll pull up deep range. That three-point shot's good, and it's a one-point game again. Hall's got it. He's going to be immediately fouled. Keyshawn Hall. Hall's up to 20 points. 2-point difference. Jordan Johnson's going to sub in here for Ariel Bland.
Now, if you're Bethune-Cookman, you understand what you got to do. If Hall makes the shot, you got to find a way to get a three-point shot. If he misses it, you've got to. If you rebound the ball, Bethune-Cookman, you have to race it to the basket.
Hall gets it to go. 3.2 seconds, no timeouts for Bethune-Cookman. Arterio Morris will heave it from half court. He was fouled.
He called it.
He was fouled. The game is not over. Elijah Freeman was called for. That one's good. 81-80. And Auburn's bringing in 6'10" Keyshawn Murphy. Five-tenths of a second, there's enough time to take a shot. Arterio Morris one more time. It's good. We're tied at 81. Overton with the heave. And we're
Matter of size arena, as long as the fans aren't on the floor defending, okay? Let's get that straight.
The free throws are free throws, what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't care if there's 5 people in here. I'm playing my heart out to win. And the key right now is you've got to break down who's going to win the first possession. Is the key right now.
Pettiford misfired onto the three-pointer. Arterio Morris off the mark. Rebound here for Bethune-Cookman, and they're able to put it up and in.
So now they win the first possession. Where's the energy by Auburn? They're going to come back now and have a play where they can attack the rim and break down it with their screening of a teammate and then getting the ball to Hall down low.
Ball in the post. Fighting through contact, he gets it to go. Ties the game.
You know, Hall is upset about not getting the call, but just going shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to chest, is not a foul.
And Ariel Bland, that was his 5th foul, Coach. So he is fouled out of the game.
A key component to their inside game.
Bland's had a really nice game with those 6 points, 2 blocks, 2 rebounds.
And it's 6-7, and you're bringing Hetty back in now. You're bringing Quentin Hetty back in. You know, just all scorers, and they've all been successful at the offensive end. But now can Auburn take advantage on the inside, attacking the rim?
Keyshawn Hall at the line for the and 1. And he gets it to go. Auburn's got a 1-point lead with 4 minutes to play in overtime. Morris at the top. Willoughby with it on the wing. Quentin Hetty is checked in for the first time since the 4-minute mark. We see Bethune Cookman get back in front.
But Ruzan is a difficult one-on-one defense. You've got to bring people down because he's too patient. I would make him throw the ball back outside rather than let him go one-on-one.
Yeah, now Hetty's going up against Keyshawn Hall, and Hetty's going to be called for the foul, and Keyshawn Hall's going back to the free throw line.
Well, that's what we said earlier. You got to go to your 2-man game right now. Look at Ruzan down there. One-on-one, that's a tough guard. Yeah. And then you look at Keyshawn taking it inside. Hall just taking the dribble in with his strength and drawing foul.
Keyshawn Hall gets the free throw to go, and we're tied at 85. Willoughby and Johnson both have 4 fouls for Bethune-Cookman. Philip Jovic, who's not on the floor right now, leads Auburn with 3 fouls. Auburn is in a good spot when it comes to foul trouble. As Keyshawn Hall's free throw puts the Tigers back in front. That is now 16 free throw attempts for Keyshawn Hall. Here's Quentin Hetty on the drive. Gives to Ruzan. He's defended by Kevin Overton. Overton comes up with the steal. Overton going the other way. He's going to be blocked by Morris, but they'll call goaltending.
Great play by Overton, just the timing, just to stay down low, stay in a stance and deflect that ball, and then his run out. He shows the toughness and the grit you want from a teammate. And
I know it ended in a goaltend, but credit to Morris for getting back on defense. 3-point lead for Auburn. Seneca Willoughby's got the ball again. He's got 4 fouls. Ruzan finds Morris in the corner. They'll go. Mitchell, top of the key. Here's Willoughby on the drive, taken away by Pettiford. Tahad's got it here for Auburn. 2.5 to play. Halfway done with overtime.
Too much patience by Bethune-Cookman at that time. They had some wide open shots. This Auburn defense is going to let you have 2 or 3 looks. One look and you got to take that shot.
Willoughby guarding Pettiford. Again, Willoughby's got 4 fouls. And this one's knocked away by Morris.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Auburn must be aware of that situation right now and attack. Just get a 2-pass offense going right now.
Coach, Bethune-Cookman's the team that's really in foul trouble, but it was the foul by Auburn that got us to overtime. Here with the 3 free throws. Keyshawn Hall is fouled on the way by Hetty.
Well, that's true, but right now, it's one possession at a time. Your mind is set. Offensively, who am I going to? Well, obviously, Auburn's going to Hall because with his size, he can take it down low and draw fouls, and that's what he's doing. You said he went 16 times already. And then at the other end, Bethune Cookman is going to Routon down there and just trying to find ways to score. And he's a great passer. He passes out. They don't get a shot.
Yep.
And now Auburn has the advantage.
4-point lead for Auburn. Make it 5 as Keyshawn Hall's got a pair of free throws. Hall is up to 28 points to lead Auburn tonight.
And at halftime, what did he have? 6?
Yeah.
6 points.
He's really picked it up in the second half. Entry pass stolen by Freeman. Defense turning up here for Auburn.
Great play by Freeman to anticipate the bounce pass inside, make the steal, and give Auburn another opportunity.
Hall's got it. Missed it on the way up. He was seeking contact there. And here comes Seneca Willoughby. Bethune Cookman has gone cold. They haven't scored in nearly 2.5 minutes. That'll change. Jordan Johnson gets that one to go. It's a 2-point game with 1:15 to play.
And that was created by Ruzon and his ability to screen off and get the open look for his teammate.
Here comes Pettiford through contact. That'll go. Tahad Pettiford with the and one. Top of the key, Johnson gets it to go. And Coach, tell us about Tahad Pettiford.
Well, just his ability to hang, to find ways, seek contact, and make that shot. Just, hey, he shows up at big times. He's that type of player.
Pettiford gets the free throw. It's a 5-point lead again for Auburn. 64 seconds left in the game. One minute to play. Bethune Cookman needs a bucket. Pettiford got the block. Hall going the other way. This one's stolen. Taken away. Here comes Morris. He'll give to Hetty. His shot won't go. He was fouled. Quentin Hetty was dealing with some cramps a little bit earlier. It looks like he's dealing with them again. And Keyshawn Hall's bleeding.
I think he got his shoulder right there at that time from Hetty.
Second difference between game and shot clock as Hetty gets that one to go.
Bethune Cookman coming up for a little bit of pressure.
Some guys on the bench can't even watch the action. Expect heavy pressure here from Bethune Cookman. But again, the Wildcats don't have to foul. They don't want to foul. They don't want to send this Auburn team to the free throw line. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pettiford finds Freeman. Freeman on the drive. Gets his own miss and lays it back up and in. 13 seconds to play. Morris with it. Bethune Cookman's got to go as Auburn will double. Quentin Hetty, 3-point shot off the mark. Freeman grabs the rebound, and that's going to be an overtime victory for the